Hello YouTube. As you can figure out, I have a special love for audio, and the tools we have to hear the audio are our ears. For that reason I have to share with you some of my reflections about audio and protecting the ears from the excessive sounds. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not aware of the danger that listening to the music in the loud volumes can cause permanent hearing loss. For that reason, I have to share together with you some of my humble opinions, which are mine, and of course, everybody has the right to share or not to share them. These are simply my reflections. It is an off-script speech, just sharing my opinions, which are mine, simply mine. Here I have a chart that just you let have an idea about sounds and the way we measure it, which is through decibels. With the green one are those sounds that do not cause any damage at all. From normal breathing, ticking watch, soft whisper, the hum of the refrigerator, normal conversation, the hum from the air conditioner. Now with the yellow one, here we have the sounds that do bother us. I can add there even the vacuum cleaner in that yellow area. Here is the trouble. The red zone from 80 to 85 decibels and the damage it can cause. So, what is my afternoon rant all about? It's about the music and the live venues. Going in a live show is an experience that if you enjoy, you're gonna remember it for the rest of your days. But from my own experience, I had some not so exciting experiences with the live shows. I'm not a guy that just jumps to the first show. I'm somehow picky. But being invited twice with a friend of mine who is a music lover, as I am, went to a show of jazz. I was just expecting, given it was a simple quartet, nice and soft music, just pleasure for the ears. But I was totally wrong. The show was so loud that I started to experience painful ears in the first minutes, and I was very careful to choose my seat, given it was free. I chose purposely a place away from the speakers in order to avoid the wall of sound they delivered during the show, but to not avail. I assume the show was 105, 110 dB in a closed theater. Totally unbearable for my hearing. Given I was with a friend of mine, I was forced to follow it till the end. But after the venue, my head was just bursting. My ears were painful, and it took a few days to recover. The same friend made me another invitation a couple of years later, in a blues show. It was an open venue, and given it was open, I thought, it's gonna be, let's say, somehow bearable experience, given that I have this problem with the live venues. But I was totally wrong, even though it was in the open space. And even though I was very careful to choose a place away from the speakers, the wall of sounds was incredible. It was so loud that I totally lost interest in the show. What did I do? I got my earbuds out of my pocket and put them in my ears just to attenuate the noise. This way, I just listen to the concert till the end. But I'm sure some people around me were amused to see a guy in the show with earbuds on. Not such a usual person to see in the show. So guys, as you can see, our ears are very precious. And once the damage is done, you can do nothing. You can't repair it anymore. Once you've lost the ear, there's no turning back. For that reason, I'm very careful with the loudness, either when using earphones, headphones, even in the cases where I listen music from my speakers. For that reason, I have an app that everybody can download. There are so many of them. From the Google Play or App Store, which are very accurate to measure out the loudness of the sound. I do listen at a level of 55, 57, 60, 61, 62 decibel loudness, which is more or less sufficient for me to enjoy the music. Here on YouTube, I hear the audio gear reviewers who have no problem to admit that they listen to 75, 80, 85, even 90 dB. And that's quite loud for me. I assume these guys have a hearing loss. For that reason, they can sustain listening to the music at 85, even 90 dB for a long time. That's the only reason that can explain why. So the bottom line, be very careful while listening to the music. Download that decibel meter and assess your comfortable zone. As I mentioned, I highly recommend to not go above the 70 decibel sound pressure, because otherwise you can cause problems to your ears and to your hearings. Enjoy the music and keep the tools that make it possible our ears safe. Have a good time, guys. Thank you.